Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Sleepover. My name is Stemp, and today we're going to be going over some advice. I was recently sent an email, recently as in January 23rd. So this is quite old, and I'm sorry I haven't gotten around to it until now. And this one pertains to friendship. So yeah. Anyways, this email that I was sent is quite a long and personal email, so I'm not going to read it directly or anything like that. I'm kind of going to give you the gist. So basically, this person had a friend, a very close friend who, spent all their time together, and they were both, very close. They became very close, and it just so happened that the friend unfortunately had to move away. And of course, when you're young, you don't really have control over that kind of thing. And from what I'm reading, I mean, you're fairly young. You said when this happened, you were only 11. So, yeah, you definitely have, you got time, dude. But basically, they had moved away, and ever since then, you haven't really been able to find a friend quite like that, or even really have the desire to try and make new friends. And I think you kind of answer your own question right there. I mean, you're saying that you haven't felt the need to make new friends, and I think that's kind of your issue. Is that you said you don't have the interest to make friends in your school, even until now. And you tried to turn to the internet to find friends, and I think that's where you're kind of going wrong, man. Internet friends are great to have. There's some solid people. You'll probably meet some of the best people through the internet. And I know that it used to be a frowned upon thing that, making friends through the internet and whatnot, but you're young, man. You're young, and making friends in school, I mean, that is all that really matters in school. I can't tell you what the hell anything was happening in geometry class. Like I can't recite you any of those lessons that I learned during high school, but I can tell you all of the moments that I remember from hanging out with friends and doing stuff with friends during high school and during middle school, and like that's what I remember, is those in-person friendships. Like, yeah, I would go home and I had my own, set of internet friends or people that I'd play with, and some of them were people from real life. But, getting those real life friends in school, getting either part of a group or even just having one or two people, in person that you can talk to, that you can hang out with, or just becoming a little bit more friendly with a wider variety of people will always make everything so much better. So really try to do that, man. Really try to make some in-person friends. It's fine making friends over the internet, but no matter how, similar you guys are and how well you guys bond over the internet, you're going to need to find people in person. I mean, it's a general life skill of being able to make acquaintances with people and be able to talk to them. And it's something that you need to learn. And I understand if you are socially anxious about it. I moved to a new school in the last year of middle school. So, new school, new district. I didn't know anybody. I had grown up in a small town where I knew everybody and was friends with everybody. And it was such a drastic change to go from, a small town where I knew everyone to a rather large area that I knew no one. And it was the first time that I felt socially anxious in my life. But, I was able to make a friend within the first couple weeks, just by making a dumb reference to a YouTuber to a guy I was sitting next to in math class, and now he's my best friend. I talk to the guy every day. We play games and shit. He goes to a different school. He lives fucking 3 hours away from me, but we still talk all the time. We're still friends, and in meeting him then, meeting, the group that we would have then is like what carried me through high school. Those people, that shit's fun. You got to make the best out of school, because school can kind of suck, man. I'm not going to lie. School, high school, do your fucking homework, but it can be boring. It can be annoying. But getting a solid group of friends, or even just one or two people that you can talk to, is going to be the difference that you need. It's going to be the change that you need to make, because it is so incredibly important that you have people that you can relate to and that you can talk to in person. Having internet friends, like I said, is fine. That's a fine substitute, but you really do need to find a way to make some in-person friends. And, I understand that it's hard, and I know you live in a place that maybe not as many people would be like you. And so the best way, I guess, to go about that is, to find somebody who may have even, 1 ounce of similarity to you. And another thing that is extremely important in friendships, and I think if you don't understand this, it makes making friends very hard, is that every relationship, whether it's romantic, friendship, coworkers, whatever, there is a degree of push and pull. And there's a great clip of Etika, rest in peace, explaining this, that is really important. You don't want to push them away by being too intimate or being too close too early. There is an element of what you need to pull from them, and an element of what you need to make sure you don't want to pull too much. You need to make sure you're pushing back the same energy that they're pulling in, and that you're pulling in the same energy that they're pushing towards you. You don't want to have an unbalance of that, because it gets to the situation where you're maybe smothering them, or being too intimate with somebody who doesn't want to be that intimate, or pushing their boundaries that they don't want to be pushed. And that's how you can push people away. You don't want to push them away. You want to make sure that they're pulling in the amount of attention that you're pushing towards them. And to do that, you need to, have fun, have a good time, but make sure you're not, I'm pretty sure he puts it as, make sure you're not sucking their dick. Make sure you're not over praising them or treating them special, like too special. You can treat them like a normal, treat them like you would any normal person, give them the pull of, hey, I'm interested in you, you're cool, let's be friends. But don't give them the pull of, hey, I'm interested in you, I want to be your friend forever, let's be best friends forever, I want to marry you platonically. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you're pulling in the energy that they're pushing. So if they are pushing forward, hey, I want to be friends, then pull that energy towards you. They might not be pulling or pushing towards you hey, I want to be best friends. And so that's fine, Be just friends first. Becoming just normal, ordinary friends is a great first step, whether it's for a relationship or for, like a romantic relationship or like a friendship. If you want to be their best friend, if you desperately want a best friend, you can't force that. Those things happen naturally. Those kind of things happen because you're interested in talking to this person and you enjoy having their company. You guys have similar interests. You guys get along well. And if you aren't, if you don't have those relationship ties of having a similarity between each other, you're not going to become their best friend. And that's fine. Not everybody has to be your best friend. You can just have a normal friend. You can just have acquaintances. You can just have people that you pass by that you're friendly with. Because chances are, I mean, especially in school, your best friend is not always going to be in your class. Your best friend's not going to always be right there to talk to you and hang out with you. They're not always going to be available. You want to make just normal friends too. It's okay to have just normal friends. You can make friends with people that you see, every day in the class who sit right next to you. And then when the year's over, you never talk to them again. I had plenty of friends like that in high school. That's kind of how high school works. You make friends with the people who are around you so you can, deal with getting through this shitty class. And that's just how it is, It is important to just don't pull too hard for a friend. You don't want to pull too hard because eventually you end up pushing them away. And you don't want to do that. So be normal, In this email, you seem to be very forward towards them. You were saying like how close you felt towards them and that you felt so intimate with them. And, you need to question whether or not the intimacy that you felt, they felt as well. If it's not balanced in that way, you can push them away very easily. You don't want to seem too clingy or too forward towards people because it just pushes them away. It makes them think you're weird or that you're obsessed with them or something. And you never want to come off that way because that's an easy way to lose people, If you don't want to feel lonely, you need to find a way to connect with people. You need to find a way to calm down and take things slowly, because rushing them, pushing too hard, too fast can fuck everything up, and you'll find yourself having to restart. And yeah, I think you just need to make some normal, everyday friends. Don't worry about making another friend like the one you've had before, because you might not find that immediately. You might not find that anytime soon. It'll be maybe years before you do. And you need to understand that it's okay. You're not going to always just be able to find somebody that you click with instantly. Those kind of things are rare. And I'm sorry that, you don't have that person anymore who you were friends with, but you will find somebody like that again. Yeah. Anyways, this has been Stemp. Thank you for watching. I hope I helped you even a little bit. If I didn't, I'm sorry. But I hope you have a good day. I'll see you.